Welcome back to the podcast. And if you haven't been here before, this is the podcast where we talk about absolutely anything. And today's topic is the current state of Fortnite. And today, I'm being joined by Cynical, who is one of the founding members of Region Reality Gaming. How are you doing today?
What's going on, everyone?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright. I'll have his YouTube channel linked in the description, so you guys can check out what kind of content he makes. Do you have any plans for the future, YouTube boys?
Yeah, I'm planning on producing a lot more content, bringing my subs what they deserve. Probably posting some Modern Warfare, Fortnite, Rocket League, multiple different games, keeping it fresh.
So like gameplay and
Yeah.
commentary, or like montages?
Everything, probably, to be honest.
Yeah.
Montages, gameplay and commentary, everything, really.
I noticed you're more on the, I'd say, professional side, so like you like, having good gameplay and stuff, whereas I'm on the more, how should I say, entertainment
Yeah, I like
side.
people to be impressed
Yeah.
by my gameplay, rather than just thinking it's the same average content. Want to bring good quality.
I noticed
into
that, yeah. But I'm more of just the editing freak who just wants to make everyone laugh. I mean most of the time I don't make people laugh. I appreciate it, but debatable. Humor is subjective. Some people laugh at
Agreed.
stupid shit. I mean, if you don't like my channel, you like Jake Paul, so. And that means you're going to go to prison for life.
That'd be a rip.
Anyway. So, we're going to talk about Fortnite. The game that nobody will shut up about, especially recently, because yesterday was the Doomsday event, which got delayed 3 times. Yeah, shocker. It was originally supposed to start about 18 days ago. Yeah. But I don't know why it kept getting delayed, but it did. And in my opinion, it was really disappointing. Like, it was just so anticlimactic. Like, the agency got blown up. We saw footage of this sort of office, I guess it was, and Jonesy was in a suit and he was talking to the player. I forgot what he said.
Yeah, and it brought you into the first person aspect.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be an upcoming feature in the future.
Maybe you can toggle between first person and third person.
That'd be strange.
That would be strange. I don't know why they'd do that. They probably won't. Yeah. I think they probably did that for more immersion. So you actually kind of felt more like you were there.
Yeah.
And then what happened was that we got brought back out again into the actual Fortnite map. It happened twice where you went into the office. And then you went back into the Fortnite map again. And then all of a sudden the storm changed. Water rose from the ground. And that is the new storm now. And I have a few problems with this.
The storm is the ocean.
The storm is the ocean, right? The issue with the storm is that the fact that it's water, you swim in it, and it's a lot slower than walking in a storm or running in a storm. And you can't swim downwards with your character. At least I tried and it didn't work. Or it took too long. And as soon as I got out of the storm, I died of fall damage because I was so high up in the water. And I don't think that's avoidable. So maybe they'll fix that tomorrow when the new season comes out. So that's one of the issues I have that is recent. Fortnite love to change stuff up, and a lot of times it can be really annoying. Like the mechs being added, or that sword that you pulled out of the ground in season 7.
Planes.
Planes. Helicopters are fine. I don't mind helicopters. They're okay.
Yeah, I don't mind them either. You
Yeah.
can deal with them pretty easily.
The SMG meta back in season 5, which was horrendous.
Which is still the current meta.
Which is the current meta right now
Spray and
because
pray
the
meta.
loot pool is just so tiny. There's hardly anything being
I
added to the
understand
game.
that it's tiny, so it's like,
Yeah, it's
it doesn't.
coronavirus. You can't really do much about that. Like, because Epic Games,
Yeah.
they have to work from home. I don't know, maybe they're kind of getting back into things now since, restrictions are being pulled apart.
Eased.
So, hopefully there'll be some new items added tomorrow. Maybe we'll see the shark vehicle with the lasers. I think that's confirmed. I want to see that.
That'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. And map-wise, like, is it being covered in water, or is the storm gonna stay like that? Like,
I don't think there's much of that confirmed yet, but the suspicions are that it's just gonna be filled with water, and only certain locations will be like on land. Everything else will just be underwater. That's where there's suspicion of the shark vehicle.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I saw like pictures of like a submarine vehicle. So
That
maybe
could be
they're adding
interesting, actually.
submarines. And in a new teaser today, there was a little cat on top of a motorbike. So are they adding motorbikes?
Could
Are they
also
adding
be a thing.
motorbikes
We'll
to
just have to
Fortnite?
wait to
Are
see
they
what
adding?
they bring
They're
tomorrow.
adding like so many vehicles to Fortnite is what it looks like. So I don't know.
It would make it more interesting for sure, but it probably wouldn't help in competitive.
It'd probably fuck up the meta a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to expect next season. Like, everything's just gonna be really strange.
The only thing we can do is wait and see, really.
Yep. Only a few more hours. Like, less than a day left. I don't know when does the new season start? Tomorrow at like 11, 12?
Probably something like that.
Yeah, I'll be recording a video for that too, because I'm actually semi-interested to see what's happening. And I haven't been as big into Fortnite as I used to be, since the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, since there's no new items being added or anything, the season went kind of dry.
Yeah. I want henchmen to be God next season. Like, just
Same.
henchmen are so annoying.
Their aim is, or at least nerf their aim, because their aim is crazy.
I don't see a reason to keep them in the game, honestly. I don't know why they were added in the first place.
If this organization shit's still there, then
Well, the agency's like
it'll
blown up, but
probably
there's still
remain a
henchmen
thing.
there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna work. Are
there's
they
still
adding
the
new
shark and
locations?
everything, and
They should be adding new locations. I don't see a reason
yeah,
why they
some
wouldn't.
locations will probably be switched. Like people are saying, Lazy Lake could change back to Tilted and stuff like that.
That's debatable. I don't think it'll change to Tilted.
Could change to a brand new location and not Tilted, but that's just what people are speculating.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be changed to Tilted. Definitely not. And if it does, then jingle my fucking jimmies. Like, wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. But also on Twitter, Donald Mustard,
Donald
the owner
Mustard.
of Fortnite,
I love his surname.
he switched his location to the Wall of Water, or the Water Wall, or something along those lines.
Oh, well, that's just
So
what
that
the storm
storm
is.
could possibly remain a thing in the new season.
Oh. Well, they better fix it because it's kind of broken right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And imagine that shit doing 10 damage a second and you're going that slow. How the fuck are you gonna get out?
Maximum it'll do is 5, I'm pretty
Five,
sure.
five. Sorry. Does it do 10 ever? Didn't it used to do 10?
No, no, it's 5 tick.
Oh. Yeah, guys, I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to Fortnite and like the rules of the game and stuff.
It's just always been changing, so it's
Okay, well,
not a
let's
common known thing, really.
let's talk about issues with the game right now. Right, so we've kind of talked about new season. What do you think the theme of the next season is going to be? Like summer theme? Do you think? Summer kind
I
of
don't know,
beach theme?
honestly. It could be like
I think Sweaty Sands
sort
will
of
float up.
underwater themed.
I
So
think
like there'll be like a possible Aquaman skin coming,
yeah, because
maybe.
this season was like the Deadpool skin, so they might have like Aquaman next season. They might partner up with DC.
That's a
Cause it
good shout, actually.
yeah, because last season it was
Definitely.
Marvel, right? So it'll be DC this time, Aquaman. I mean, would I want an Aquaman skin? No. But
I
sure,
mean, we'll see how it
why
looks.
not? Why not? Why not have an Aquaman skin? Could be cool. I'd rather them add like Mermaid Man from SpongeBob. That'd be amazing. Do you know the voice actor for him died? Like a few years back.
Really?
Yeah. Steven Hillenburg died as
That's
well,
a
the
shame,
creator of
man.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That was like a year back as well. Sad times, man. SpongeBob is awesome. Well, new seasons aren't because Steven Hillenburg isn't a part of it.
Yeah, so the story's kind of lost.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. And it just lost its charm. Like all it is now is just Squidward getting beaten up. It's just Squidward porn, just porn of him just getting beaten up by SpongeBob and Patrick. There was an episode called Squidward's Suicide. Oh no, there wasn't. There wasn't. Sorry.
Bruh.
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was a creepy pasta that was made. Do you remember that? It was
Oh, I think so.
yeah, it was like a lost episode or something, or like a it was like a tape or it was like a new episode that the creators of SpongeBob made, and they sat down to watch it with Nickelodeon for their approval. This is fake, by the way. Obviously, it's not real. But it was about Squidward, right? And it was just his day was shit. For the 5 millionth time, he just went home, and suddenly like the episodes started getting more fucked up and shit. Like his eyes started turning red, and there was like a baby who was like crying, and the baby's eyes were red as well. And then
What the
like
hell?
all you saw was the Squidward's face just staring at the camera, and then like his eyes were like realistic looking and they were red and shit. It's the most stupid shit I've ever read. It's so dumb. Like not scary. Any creepypasta really, right? Any creepypasta just isn't scary. Like it's just all that it describes is just disgusting, disturbing shit. Like someone
Yeah.
gets their head chopped off or they get their skin sliced off with a knife. They just get skinned
I
alive.
think we've kind of gone off topic, though.
It's the dot 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 podcast, Chris. We talk about anything.
It
We just
wasn't the
we just
topic. Fortnite.
we just loosely base it off a topic, but we sway onto other things. Like we could literally talk about giraffes right now if we wanted to. Do you want to talk about giraffes, Chris?
I mean, sure, why not? If anything can happen on the dot podcast.
So what's your knowledge on giraffes? What's your giraffe knowledge? Is it up to par with mine? Because I've pretty vast knowledge on
Probably
giraffes. Did you know that rhinos used to be taller than giraffes millions of years ago?
No, I didn't.
Rhinos
It's actually kind
literally
of strange to think about.
rhinos literally used to be giraffes. Like the base was the same, like they had long necks like giraffes, and they were like the exact same size. And then giraffes were shorter than rhinos. So it's like suddenly just twisted. And our rhinos are these like short, stumpy things.
I wonder how that happened.
I have no idea. Maybe a rhino and a giraffe just fucked.
Possibly.
Yeah, like there's a bit of interracial there. What? Interracial? Is that? No, that makes no. Maybe rhinos and giraffes are
I
the
don't think
same.
that's what you're
Are the
looking
same?
for, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like crossbreeding. No, wait, no, not crossbreeding. That's like with dogs, because they're the same animal. Why is it that dogs like there's so many different breeds, they all look different, but with cats the breeds look pretty similar to each other? Like they have some similarities. Is it because that dog breeding has been abused more than cat breeding? Is that why there's so many different looking ones?
Probably.
Because with cats it's not really as prominent, because a poodle and a pug look very different, right? Like a pug's face is all smushed up. And then a German Shepherd would look different to a pug. German Shepherd's like taller.
In like just like completely different, because
Yeah.
German Shepherds are taller and longer.
And like a Saint Bernard is like girthier. Has more hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because scientists like fucked around with dogs and shit. A bit too much. I know some dogs that live literally suffer. Because they've been bred like horribly. Like pugs can't breathe properly
They
because their
suffer
faces
with
are
breathing
smushed.
issues.
Yeah. Pugs suffer
Yeah.
a lot with breathing issues. I think pit bulls do as well. A bit. Or like boxer
Yeah,
dogs.
some of them do.
Yeah.
And did you know the way like some boxers' tails and stuff used to be clipped? Like really short, stubby tails.
They used to be clipped?
Yeah.
Why?
Like people would cut their tails that short. I don't know why, but people just used to do it. But you actually aren't allowed to do that over here anymore.
Well, yeah, that's horrible. Why would you even think of doing something like that? Just cutting an animal's tail off because you think it looks better or something.
Well, they didn't cut it off. They just cut it really short.
Yeah, but still, like a tail is a bone. You're literally cutting the bone. Like ow.
Yep.
Ugh.
Quite cruel.
How does the bone like twist around and shit though?
Just because of how it's kind of structured, I guess. Not really a bone per se. It's more like a really tough muscle and a small bit of bone,
Is it like keratin?
I guess. I don't know. You'd have to actually check that out.
I'm actually interested. Okay, Google. Alexa, I don't have one.
Google our best friend.
What is a tail made out of? Do dogs have bones in their tails? That's not what I asked. Right. The biology of The biology of the tail. The tail is actually an extension of the dog's backbone. Some dog tails are long, while others are itty bitty stubs because of crossbreeding. Well, not crossbreeding, because of scientific experiments. Well, maybe a bit of crossbreeding.
And them being clipped.
Yeah, barely poking out of their bums. The fast-paced appendage is made up of muscles and bones that work together to create movement. Okay, so it's like muscles and bones like stacked on
So it's a
top of each other.
combination of both.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Anyway, back to Fortnite. Right. What's wrong with it? What is wrong with Fortnite?
The amount of complaints between keyboard and mouse and controller players.
Is that the only problem though?
I suppose the spray and pray meta is a problem in a way.
Spray and pray meta. So like SMG or like minigun.
SMG, minigun.
Especially with the henchmen, they shoot just directly at you. They don't even have to spray and pray. Like it's just the way that they're made. Like the henchman doesn't miss, just lasers you. So annoying. But okay, so keyboard and mouse players versus controller players. What is your opinion on that? Are you leaning on more on one side than the other, or are you neutral, or are you like biased? Like how? What's your opinion on
I'm
that?
biased towards controller because I play on it, but like
That's fair
I
enough.
think
I'm like that too, I
that
guess.
keyboard and mouse players are exaggerating a bit. Because
Why?
if ever, like, say a pro player's in a scrim and they get lasered out of the sky by someone, their first thought is, oh, he's a controller player. Due to, like, what
So
used to be
they
with aim
generalize
assist
it.
with, like, the L2 spam.
They don't even think that maybe the player just has really good aim.
Yeah. They just focus it straight towards controller players straight away.
And having a controller doesn't give you a direct advantage either, okay? Like maybe the aim assist helps to a certain extent, but controller players need aim assist.
If we didn't have aim assist, then we wouldn't be to anything.
Exactly. Because with analog sticks, right, there's a lot less range of motion, okay? So, but with a mouse, you have much more space to work with. So you can aim more accurately and better, and you just have more flexibility that way. So with PC, in a way, you do kind of have a better advantage. Imagine if you would aim assist on PC. Imagine how ridiculous that would be.
Yeah, aim assist on keyboard and mouse. Like,
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
that would be absolutely retarded. Some people would not
It
miss
would be
ever.
broken.
Some people would not miss ever. Only for Bloom a few times. But otherwise, they would be
Yeah, that would
godly.
be straight down to
So,
Bloom. Like,
so
it wouldn't be
controller
any
players need aim assist. If we didn't have aim assist, we'd barely be hitting shots ever. It's too hard. Controllers are limited in that way. So if you're a PC player and you're whining, about controller players like, oh, they have an advantage, oh, they have aim assist, they never miss, blah, blah, blah. We do miss, probably as much as you, but we're just kind of, given aim assist so we can sort of be at your level, so we can be the same, like gameplay wise, so nobody has an advantage over the other person.
like controller players do have an advantage in some way.
Okay, why do
movement.
they have an advantage? Like I love different opinions, like I want to hear. So
They have an advantage with movement because, like, with the analog stick, our movement can be so much smoother than someone using WASD on a keyboard.
I get that to a certain extent, but there's different types of keyboards you can get too, like membrane or mechanical, which can make your movement smoother. I feel like
for gaming.
membrane's more for gaming, right? Mechanical's more for typing. Or is it the
Other
other way
way.
around? Other way around? Okay.
Other way around. Yeah.
Yeah. So with mechanical, like, I guess it's the fact that the keys sink down further. I don't know why. Why is that better?
It's because you can't really move like in a circular motions per se. So like the way we do 90s can be a lot smoother than keyboard and mouse, whereas they can't move in certain directions, whereas we can move in like completely 360 degrees.
Right. That makes perfect sense, but that's not what I was asking. I was asking the difference between membrane and mechanical. Like, why is mechanical better than membrane for gaming?
Um, Basically, there's less of a delay on mechanical keyboards because of the type of switch they have inside the keyboard. It's way less of a delay when you press the key. It's more instant
So
compared to membrane.
it's like a refresh rate for your keyboard.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. And why is
That's
membrane
why
better
you
for
see
typing?
all the pros out there. Um, I suppose just because like you don't really need an instant like straight to your screen. It can be sort of slightly delayed, but it feels a lot more comfortable for people who are typing, say, like 8, 9 hours a day, rather than constantly mechanical keyboard.
So, like, if you were typing with a membrane keyboard, wouldn't it feel a lot smoother too? Because with mechanical keys, it just feels, a bit
Yeah,
clumsy. But with gaming and stuff, you only work with a few keys anyway. You don't work with.
yeah, and it's more based on reaction time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the whole argument between keyboard and mouse players and controller players, it's completely pointless, right? Because in my opinion, we just completely debunked it. It's not an argument that has to be made. Okay? Controller players kind of have their, I wouldn't call it an advantage, but we'll say that playing on a controller versus playing on a keyboard and mouse, the mechanics are a little bit different, right? It just feels different, you know? But of course, you're going to
Yeah.
become biased if you play one over the other. So I get that you're upset that controller players have aim assist, but we're not complaining that you have more range of motion with a fucking mouse. We're
Or
not.
they have less input delay than we do.
Or the
That's
fact that
another
you can
thing.
get better
Controllers also
frames
have
on
higher
PC.
input
If you have
delay.
a better PC, you can get better frames or better
But then again, if
refresh
you're a
rate.
controller on PC, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, if you're and as well, if you're on PC, you could literally just switch out a controller and play no bother. But with a keyboard on console, you need so many different things to actually have it kind of work properly when you're playing a game. You can't just plug in a
Yeah.
keyboard and play. There's more to it than that.
Well, you can now,
Can
since
you?
they updated the keyboard and mouse support, but
Oh, right, okay.
there's still a lot of a delay since it's on console
So it's not
compared to what
properly
it would be on
optimized.
PC. No, there's a
Yeah.
bigger input delay than there would be on PC. It's not instant
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah. So then with controller on PC, it's pretty smooth, right? I'd assume so.
Yeah, it's really smooth.
But don't you have to get an adapter and shit? Or could you just plug it in?
You can plug it in or you can get an adapter. It's personal preference, really,
Oh,
whether you want to use it wired or wireless. But if you use it wired, there's also less input delay.
wireless needs an adapter, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as I know, or there's some controllers work with Bluetooth, I think.
Right. So, long story short, there doesn't need to be an argument because the argument is stupid and it's not solving anything. Epic aren't going to give you aim assist PC. It's not happening.
That would just be completely unfair.
Fortnite would die if they added aim assist to PC. Fortnite would die.
Well, they'd lose around half their fan base, but everyone on keyboard and mouse would be excited and so hyped.
I don't think they would be because if you had worse aim than a really good player on PC, then they'd absolutely fucking clap you. So the gameplay would change a lot too.
Yeah. But
So
another thing between
it's a
PC
bit
and
flimsy.
console is that lobbies are also crossplay. So like us being on Xbox, being
Yes.
limited to 60 frames, could be going up against a guy on PC with like 300 frames per second,
Right.
which then we're
That
at a
is that
complete
is
disadvantage.
that is true. You know, I feel
So
like
in
I
my
just
opinion,
don't
I
have a
think
chance
that
against PC
crossplay should be
players.
an option
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to change in the
because of
settings
how
whether you want
unfair
to
it
play with
becomes.
PC players or not.
Yeah, or just crossplay in general.
Yeah, crossplay in general. But like, if you're against PS4 players, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's just all that's different
Well,
between an
no, you're
Xbox.
running off the same specs, really.
Yeah,
You're both limited
all
to the
that's
same
different
FPS.
between an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller is just the way the analog sticks are placed, right? There's the kind of
And PS4 has a
displacement,
touchpad.
and PS4 has a touchpad. That's right. But I don't really think it's that bad playing against a PS4 player. Is that a thing? Do you play
No,
against PS4 players?
that's fair matched. I'm not 100% sure actually. You probably wouldn't notice it like.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's talk about skill-based matchmaking. This is
This will be
some
fun.
rough rocks to walk on because you're gonna end up falling in the water either way.
hmm
Because if there are people who watch this video who don't agree with me, and let's just say they're not very nice, then there's gonna be some air quotation, you know, debate, air
Yeah.
quotation, right? But I don't care. Right, let's talk about skill based matchmaking. So basically, what's going on right now is that in squads, they have nerfed skill based matchmaking. So there are more bots in squads now. So it's easier.
Cypher PK did a test to prove this.
Okay.
There
So
was
what?
like 60 bots in his lobby, and
Yeah,
there was only like 30 real
I saw that.
players.
A lot of people were arguing with Cypher as well. They were saying, "Oh, you ruined squads. It's not the same as it used to be and shit like that." But a lot of people agreed that they wanted skill based matchmaking to sort of be removed, you know? And I
Yeah.
enjoy squads now because it's a lot more easy, it's a lot more chill, a lot more relaxing. But then solo and duos is exactly the same. And see,
Yeah.
why does Arena exist as the competitive mode when pubs is just as competitive, if not sometimes more, in my opinion? Because of the
I
skill
mean, it
based
really
matchmaking.
depends.
And as
I
well,
mean, the more points you earn in arena, the more skilled players you're against.
that's true, but you'd literally experience that in a lot of solo matches regardless. And you wouldn't even know
Yeah.
because skill based matchmaking isn't really measured. It's not something you can see. The only time you can only really see it in arena, but that's if you're a competitive player and you really care, right? But if you just want to chill out and play normal pubs, maybe you're on solos, maybe your friends aren't online. It's not really chill, is it? Because you don't know who you're coming up against. You know, 90% of the time I come up against a lot of sweats in games, and I'm not even that good at the game. So I don't know what's going on. Is it like how does skill based matchmaking work? How is it measured? Like I personally don't understand.
Probably on the amount of kills you get per game, the amount of wins you have in that playlist.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of factors that go into it.
But it's like a yo-yo, right? Because in some games I come across a load of bots and I win, and then other games I come across a shitload of sweats. Other times it's sort of balanced out. So is it like the skill-based matchmaking exist, or is the game just defecating all over me? Just random enemies, you know? And I just don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people like that though, the whole like, you don't know who you're gonna come up against. Not
Yeah,
a
I
big fan of
understand
that.
that, but like, I would rather be able to go up against someone like just like barely above my skill level or like at my skill level, so
Yeah.
I can actually improve.
As
Because if
well
I'm
as
playing against worse players, I'm not going to improve. I'm just going to stomp on them
if you want skill-based
and I gain
matchmaking
nothing
to
from it.
work, it has to be skill-based matchmaking, which in my opinion, it's not.
Then again, the thing is, how do they determine your skill?
Um, there's a lot of
Because someone
factors
could
to it.
have
How
really,
many?
really good aim, but then have poor mechanics, such as building and editing. Or it could be the opposite way around.
That's something more complicated to measure. I don't know how they'd be able to do that. But there are a few
I
things,
don't
right?
either.
And maybe they're already doing this, and this is why skill-based matchmaking is weird, because you come across really bad players and really good players. Because if you're a really bad player, maybe one of your teammates is just carrying you in every game, right? So you're kind of high up there, right? By the amount of wins you have.
Yeah.
Or maybe you get a lot of kills and you die all the time, and you only focus on getting kills. So then you're up there in that way. So there's a lot of variables to it. So I don't know. With Fortnite, I don't understand how skill-based matchmaking could be balanced, because it's not. It's not balanced.
But then there could always be the people that like go on like their second account where they're like defaults and have like no wins and
So
everything and
basically,
then
they did a
just pump
Smurf,
stomp.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, people like that, I
Either
just
way, there is kind of
despise
a
them
way
so
around it, but
much. It pisses me off so fucking much, dude. Really does.
happens in all games that have ranking systems, Rocket League especially.
Yeah. It's
Like
it's
the
the
amount of Smurfs
fucking
you would come across in a day of Rocket League is insane.
the thing with creating a new Fortnite account is that if you just want to pub stomp and you don't play arena, it's completely avoidable, or it's completely unavoidable. Like
Yeah.
you can't detect it. I don't know. So that's the thing that a lot of people do, to be fair, because they think they're good and they have TTV in their name, which died ages ago. Like nobody has TTV in their name anymore. You'd see a few around there now and again who are still soccer sweats. But that kind of died like a few months ago. But remember that shit
Yeah, that
was
died a while back.
that shit was crazy for a while. Like you'd come across a TTV in every game and you'd just want to gouge your eyes out and just lay on the
Or on
floor and just
YouTube.
piss yourself and die.
Like
Or yeah,
someone's name,
YT.
like say if it
YT.
was you, Mikey Boy on YouTube or some shit,
Yeah.
for example.
I was thinking about doing that, but I didn't end up doing it for some fucking reason.
I mean, yeah.
I know I have hashtag
You're better off
9580
not
in my
doing,
name.
really.
The stupid hashtag when you change your name. Oh god.
That's only if there's a name out there that's like the
Exactly the
exact
same.
same.
Yeah. And now my
Whereas like
YouTube
with
name
my
is King
name, I don't have a
Blorbus,
hashtag.
and my Xbox name is Mikey Boy. But I changed my profile picture to my YouTube, so yeah. Right. So we covered skill-based matchmaking, basically. Everything that's going on with that. A lot of issues with it, but I'm not sure if you can change it really.
We'll see what happens at the start of the new season.
Yeah,
If
we'll
they
we'll see
like
the
try
patch
to
notes. We'll see
determine it
what's
again
we'll see
by
what's been going
fucking
on.
by giving us just a bot lobby for our first game.
I like that though.
You
I,
never
I,
know.
I I really like that. You know, you can just get a free win, get the
It
umbrella,
is quite
and you're
funny,
happy.
but like it's like whatever.
Yeah. It's easy, you know, to get
I
the
mean,
umbrella. It's not
we
too
end
hard.
up getting a win regardless
True,
if
because we
it's
just
full
play for
bots or
like
not.
hours.
So yeah, so we're bound to get a win
Yeah, that's
normally.
true. Um, so let's talk about the loot pool. Tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds. Nothing's
Yeah,
being added.
nothing new
Nothing
added.
new.
Yeah,
Except crash
well,
pads? Fucking crash
yeah, and the
pads?
mythic weapons at the start
And the
of the
mythic
season,
weapons, which
which
barely anyone
haven't
has,
been
because
nerfed or anything.
nobody tries to get the mythic weapons anymore. Because it's the same
Well, you get
process
the odd
every
like
game.
squad that do.
Yeah, the odd squad, but that's the odd squad, you know? Doesn't
But
happen
then
often.
there's the difference between like how good they are compared to other weapons. Like if you get the mythic scar, it's insane compared to the regular gold scar
The mythic grappling hook.
that you can use unlimited amount of times.
Yeah. I barely see anybody use
I'm
that.
surprised there
Or
wasn't
the
a
boom
mythic
bow.
shotgun, to be honest.
Yeah. Or the boom bow as well. Like I hardly ever see that. Because nobody wants to
Yeah,
land at the rig.
that's the like least used. The
Yeah.
most common, I would say, is the drum gun, just
Definitely
because of where it's
Midas's drum
located.
gun. Yeah. Where's that located? Like the yacht, the agency?
Agency.
Agency, yeah. And then the rig is the boom bow. The yacht is
Mm-hmm.
it's like Deadpool's
Heavy
pistols.
AR.
And Deadpool's
Or,
pistols,
oh
I
yeah,
think.
it is now, yeah.
Yeah.
Miosco's is somewhere on the map with his heavy AR.
Wait, how did you pronounce it? Did you say Meowskulls?
Yeah.
There was a meme on Instagram today, right? It's the most stupid thing. Like, everyone got into an argument over how to pronounce it, right? So, the whole reason for him being called that is, he's a big muscular dude, right?
He's a cat with muscles.
A cat with muscles, so it's meowsles like muscles, but it's meow, right? Funny, haha. And then some guy posts, he just posts on Instagram, and he's like arguing over people who say meowskulls, right? I don't give a shit. You can say it how you want, right? Some people say potato, some
It
people say
also
potato.
probably depends where you're from, just how you would think you would say it.
Chris, where are you from?
Ireland, Cork.
I'm from Ireland too.
Hmm.
Cork. Okay. But yeah, this like everyone in the comments was like, yeah, well, you pronounce it meowskulls, don't you? And other people were like, no, you pronounce it meowskulls, and other people were like, oh, is it not meowsicles? And I was kind of
I've heard
thinking,
it multiple different ways. It just depends on the person, I guess.
yeah.
However
But
you interpret it.
if you pronounce meme as mimi, then you deserve to go to you don't deserve an afterlife. Or if you pronounce gif as gif.
I mean, there are people that just can't read.
Like it's GIF,
Not JIF.
not JIF, right? And I know like there are names like what's a name that starts with G that sounds like a J. Um can't think of any. But they exist. Okay?
Yeah, there's some out there.
There's a
Google.
reason why it's pronounced GIF, right? Because the G stands for graphic, okay? Not graphic. Okay? GIF, not GIF. GIF is a peanut butter that you get in America. Or it's called GIF or Jiffy or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, loot pool is trash. They haven't been adding new weapons. And I understand why, coronavirus and Epic Games have to work from home. Or maybe that's not even the reason, because they added crash pads. And how would they add crash pads?
But they had a crash pads before COVID.
Did they?
Hmm.
Yeah, so it probably is that they're working from home. So I do understand that there are some, situations where you can't add new weapons and you can't add new items or anything like that, and that's probably why the event was delayed so much and why they had problems with people joining. A shit ton of people joined. That was the most viewed event ever,
A lot
and
of
yet
yeah, a
it
lot
was
of
the
people
worst.
couldn't even get in. They broke view records on YouTube and Twitch, I'm pretty sure.
There were like 9 million people watching worldwide, and that isn't even including the people in game. Crazy, crazy shit.
Yep.
And while the viewership was impressive, the event was lackluster, right? It was just really mundane and
Maybe we were just,
nothing
since it was
fucking
delayed
happened.
so much, we were anticipating a lot more.
Yeah, we got our hopes up. We had a
I mean, the first
we were
person stuff
expecting
was still
something
cool,
good.
but
I
could have
don't know.
been a bit more polished, maybe.
Yeah, and just like I expected some like crazy shit to go down and
Same, I expected to see the map flood or something along those
yeah, so
lines.
like I expected like the
But no,
map to get
instead there's
completely
just a
fucked up.
massive wave.
Yeah, a massive wave that I absolutely despise. Fuck the wave. Right. So loot pool wise, we keep going off topic to the event, but loot pool wise, nothing news is being added. I just want new weapons, you know, like what happened to Epic adding crazy new
I
shit
miss the
like the
excitement every week of, like, say, coming home from school or whatever and wanting to try out a new weapon.
yeah, like the homing launcher, which was really fun to use at the start, was broken, but then they added it back and it was trash. But I don't care. It was fun to use, you know.
With a
It was
heavy
really fun to use.
shotgun.
The heavy shotgun. Trolleys were fun, but they removed those. Um,
Quad bikes.
Quad crasher, yeah. The golf carts. Oh man,
Yeah.
golf carts. Impulse grenades, shockwave grenades, bounce
Bounce
pads,
pads. Traps.
traps. The fucking poison
That's
traps.
another thing that what helps favor the spray and pray metas. There's no spike traps.
There's no
So that's why
spike traps,
everyone's just
so if
wanting to
someone like
jump
gets
into your
into your
box
box
with
with
an
an
SMG.
SMG, you can't do shit. Can't put down a trap
Yup.
to get them when they're distracted. No, you just have to sit there and take it like a fucking man, and then you die. And then you get into another game.
The
But
same thing happens over and over.
yeah. I loved when shit was getting added, even if shit was broken and it was annoying. It was new and it was different. I don't know.
Brought more variety to the game.
And since the new chapter started, like the loot pool has just been really dry.
There
Really, really
hasn't been
dry.
any new LTMs either. Like for
LTMs
we haven't seen a
wise,
return of like barely any.
LTMs wise, this season I don't think there was a single LTM besides those stupid spy games that no one gives a shit about.
I
I
think like the
never played the
snipers
spy tech
was
games.
added back once or twice,
I
but
saw that, yeah.
there wasn't many that were added.
Like the sniper duos or something was added once. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Maybe something
But
else
what
was
happened to
added. But
like Floor is Lava, all the other ones, you
Floor
know?
is Lava was
High
so fun.
explosives.
I loved Floor is Lava. That shit was so fun.
Yeah, because it added more of a challenge.
Yeah, but it was just so fun. I got like so many wins on that. Like, oh, I remember playing that shit, just getting so many kills. Because people got fucked over by the lava and they were just kind of stuck, just getting shot by the lava as soon as you shot their builds down. Man, I loved.
Yeah.
Like, you had to worry about two things instead of the storm. You had to worry about lava as well at the same time. Oh, it was just so well done. I really liked that. I liked Floor's Lava was good. What else? Um, we have Team Rumble, right, which is permanent, but I liked the 50v50 mode. I liked that mode a lot.
Or even there was the teams of 20 as well.
Teams of 20. Um, there was Disco Domination, which is literally Team Rumble. But well, no, it's not. It's like a point. It's like a point objective.
Like a domination version. Where you
Yeah,
have
like
to
you
get
have
the
to.
points from the.
You just stand on the dance floor. It was like if there were more enemies on your dance floor than teammates, then they started taking up the disco ball, or the disco ball would like rise. I actually can't remember how it worked, but you just get a shit ton of kills on that, like Team Rumble. Do you remember when we'd be on Disco Domination, we'd be trying to get like 30 kills in a game? Yeah.
Which we succeeded a few times, but still wasn't
Nah,
the
the
easiest
most I
thing to
got, the
do.
most I got, that was like 26. I couldn't get 30. I always tried.
Most I got was 42.
Fuck me, Jesus. There's a guy on YouTube, do you know McCreamy? He got like 70 in a game.
Yeah, I think it was like Tifu and like Cloaks or something. They ended up getting 100 combined or something.
Fuck.
Or something crazy like that.
I don't know, mate. It just makes me laugh. It's like funny, like how crazy, like the amount of kills you got would be. Isn't the highest like solos, like the highest amount of kills in that is like 50 or 60? But did he have like
No.
players like? Oh, he could have had like players stream sniping.
Oh, like if you're talking about an actual solos game, I think it's in the high 30s, early 40s, I think.
Yeah, in a
Like
normal
legit.
solos.
But I think it's like 60 or 70 for people actually like feeding him kills and then custom or something.
I'm surprised that shit's not
Or
higher
maybe
if
even
that's the
100 or
case.
99 even.
Well, actually, no, it does kind of make sense because 100 player cap, I guess. So
And if
yeah, no,
he's
I
one,
don't
so it'd be
I don't know what the
99.
fuck I'm talking about because other players kill each other too. Yeah. So technically the highest of all time is in the 70s, but legit wise, it's like in the 40s, I think. What about for solo squads?
Um, not sure. Let me see.
Have an old Google there or something. I don't know. I'm actually curious to know.
Yeah.
Because I remember solo squads like Ninja used to hold like 41, 42.
Yeah, it's not
It's not that anymore
anymore.
though. Obviously, it's gotten higher. Of course, it would have. It
There's
would have to
one
get higher.
here. There's one here which is 42 kills.
42.
hmm
So is it the highest, apparently?
What's this? Let me see this.
Since skill base has gone from squads now, surely like it's risen because of the amount of bots in squad. Like that would make sense. Logically, logistically.
Apparently it's around like 46 or something.
46 is the highest, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
There's someone called Ghost Camo or Camo. Kamo.
So the solo is close to solo squads. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's demented.
I mean, it's a lot harder to get a higher kill game in solos than.
Yeah, but the fact that they're like, that close is really impressive. Damn. Okay. So we've kind of talked about most of the issues of Fortnite. Do you have anything else to add, Chris?
No.
No? So There are a lot of problems with Fortnite,
Actually,
but oh,
the solo world record for solos, the highest amount of kills is 48.
so it's higher than solo squads.
Yep.
Okay, well, whoever got the highest kills in solos, whoever got 48 kills,
Elemental Ray.
you must have the biggest fucking balls on this planet. Like, like
He must be insane.
your balls must be like just on the ground constantly. You're just dragging them around. Like fucking how?
All the practice, man. You'd be surprised some people spend like 9, 10 hours a day on this game.
That is just fucking crazy.
That's the same every day. So like the amount they can improve is crazy within a month or 2 months.
That's just fucking mind-boggling though. Okay, so we've talked about everything to do with Fortnite. The issues with it. The game has a lot of issues, and we don't put that lightly.
Yeah, it has its ups and its downs.
But right now, I think it's playable, right? It's the best it could be right now, I guess. Like, it's better than it has been other times, gameplay-wise.
Yeah. I would love to see Double Pump make a return.
Chris, you're always on about double pump being added. I'm not sure if they'll add it back ever though.
That's because that actually had a skill gap. Like, there were players that could do it, and there was players that couldn't do it.
True.
And you're
But
most
building's a
likely
skill
going to
gap
die
in a way
if
as
someone
well
could.
because a lot of people are like better, like editing and building. But I get you. If double pump was added, I'd want to learn that, and Daquan would come back to the game.
Yeah, you can guarantee he would.
Yeah, he would. Just for the memes, he'd get like 10 million views a video. Or he'd definitely get a lot, if he was doing double pump because it's so fun
Or
to
he
watch.
did. He actually disappeared. Him and Hamlin's disappeared.
Yeah, Myth still plays, but he's not TSM anymore. I don't think. Is he TSM anymore?
Oh, he is.
He is.
Yep.
Oh. Right, I thought he was just
He
called
doesn't
Myth
play
now.
competitively, but
He's still TSM.
he's still in TSM, yeah, but I think he's not a pro player anymore. He's just a content creator.
Wasn't there another dude that was part of the team, but they like kicked him out because he wasn't very good, or he wasn't up to par with them?
Oh, what was his name?
There was Hamlins, there was Daquan, there's Myth, but then there's another dude. Started like with a K. I think it started with a K. TSM.
Camille's. That was it.
Camille's. That was it. Camille's. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
I don't know. They like kicked him off because I don't even think he was enjoying
They
Fortnite
didn't
anymore.
kick him off. He just left because he thought he wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
He
that
wasn't
was
putting
true.
in the amount of time.
He wasn't putting in time and effort. I think he lost a lot of love for the game as well. I thought they kicked him off. Like Daquan said it like he kicked them off because he was saying, "Oh, man, like he just wasn't playing as well and stuff." I guess it was his decision though. I got pins and needles in my foot. Oh, God, that feels so uncomfortable.
Fun.
It's not fun, Chris. Do you think stubbing your toe is fun? No, but I do it a lot. I also get pins and needles a lot because I like to sit on my foot because I'm like in an office chair. I have one leg under the other. I need to stop doing that though. It's like comfortable, but then after a while your foot is just like, yeah, I'm a head out.
So yeah, I'm just gonna sleep real quick.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you wanna talk a bit about region reality? Do you have anything to talk about that? Like I wanna save that for another podcast, but I don't know. Do you wanna talk a bit about it?
I suppose I can go into it a bit.
Yeah. Are there any
And the
restrictions? Like,
gaming
do you?
aspect anyway, like
Okay.
region reality, the gaming side of things. So yeah, we were known as White Lotus Gaming, but we decided to rebrand just because we were partnered with Region Reality. So then we decided why not make a branch off of them
Mhm.
because it would help with branding and like in later on and stuff like that. So we
Mhm.
made the decision to switch to Region Reality Gaming.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna focus putting out as much like good quality content as we can because it's what we love to do.
Oh, and also
Region Reality
I'm
as a
part of
whole,
Region
it's
Reality, so that's pretty cool. So
yeah, as a content creator
as a content creator
and an editor.
and an editor too, I'm now officially an editor for Region Reality, so you should expect some big
So
things
expect to
off of
see
my
some
channel,
good quality editing in these videos.
of course. I should definitely, it'll definitely up my editing game, so
Yeah,
I'll be putting a lot of more practice in because I haven't been
it'll
really
be
editing as much recently.
it'll benefit us in multiple ways,
Yep,
both you and us. So
of course.
it'll definitely help in the long run. But
Yeah.
yeah, Region Reality as a whole, it's just mainly like just an entertainment company. Just music, everything.
Music, gaming.
Like one of our members, the only TD6, he produces music
Mhm.
and he's got some new stuff coming out soon actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So be sure to stay tuned for that. We'll go more into depth with him in another podcast. But
Yeah, that'd be amazing. We could just have all
yeah,
the members on a podcast. That'd
we're
be
just here
crazy.
to entertain.
So like,
What we love to do.
are you all gonna have like your own channels and stuff
Yeah, but
as
we're
well?
also going
For
to
like,
have the Region Reality Gaming channel where
so
we
that's like a
can
group channel kind of
post.
thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you'd have all the sidemen's separate channels, and then they have their main sidemen group channel
So do
where
you
they
think
have all
you'd
the
do
other.
some like kind of Sidemen style content in the
In
future?
the future, most definitely when we're all together, but when we're
Yeah.
so spread out like we are currently, it's not easy to do.
Yeah. No, of course, because you have two members from America, if I'm correct.
Yep,
Two
yep.
from America. Then you got yourself and Ben. You're both based in Ireland. And you got me,
Mhm.
who's also from Ireland.
Yep.
Then you also got
And
Pizza Gamer, VK Motion,
yep.
Wilson, who's from Ireland too. So a lot of Irish people.
Who is also a content creator.
Not really.
So expect big things coming up. Well,
Expect
not
big
as of
things
yet,
from
but he will be.
Pizza Gamer if you're listening to this right now. Where's the content, man? We want to see some videos. Hmm? But anyway, I think we'll wrap up the podcast here. Thank you for joining me. Cynical, Chris.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, always. And expect him to be on the podcast in the future because we'll be producing a podcast mainly about region reality gaming. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. We'll see when we can do that. We'll talk about that behind the scenes. But anyway,
Yeah, we can arrange that for sure.
yeah. But thank you everyone for watching the podcast. Hope you had a good time listening or watching, whatever you're doing. If you're watching this on SoundCloud or YouTube, I really appreciate it. Also, make sure to check out Chris's channel in the description. I'll have the link in the description, so if you want to check that out, then please do so. And I'll see you later.